Alright everybody, we are back way quicker than I expected with a confirmed tornado on the ground here in the Texas Panhandle. Alright, this is a public confirmed tornado. This storm is also capable of producing ping pong ball sized hail here. Alright, so take a look at the velocities. It's really not that impressive, but the correlation coefficient shows us that there is some debris being lofted up into the atmosphere here. So this is a tornado on the ground near Texola, Oklahoma. This is right along the Texas-Oklahoma border. Again, this is a confirmed tornado. There's no question about it. Actually, that could be hail there that we're seeing on the correlation coefficient. That might not be debris. But either way, this is a very dangerous storm with a confirmed tornado on the ground. So no matter what, we know it's on the ground. It's a question of where and how big is it, right? But it doesn't matter. You need to seek shelter if you are included in this warning here. Luckily, we do not have any towns in this warning at all. This is in northeastern Collingsworth County here. This warning will likely be extended into portions of far western Oklahoma here, like areas near Eric, Oklahoma, okay? So be prepared to take shelter here. This is a very dangerous storm, once again, with a tornado on the ground now. Near 12 miles to the east of Shamrock. All right, so this is actually the same storm or no, not the same storm, but the storm to the south of it. Remember, there were a couple of storms earlier, but there was one to the south of the big one that we were watching. That's what this one is right now. The big one is up here, and it's actually small now. It's funny. The big one is turned into the small one, and the small one is turned into the big one. And again, this one is confirmed to be producing a tornado. It's not like this is a radar confirmed. This is on the ground, guys. So you got to be taking this seriously and taking shelter here if you are included in this warning. Again, I'm thinking that's actually a hail that we're seeing there on the correlation coefficient, but it could be debris. There could be a little bit of debris in there. So this is, again, a confirmed tornado. I know I've said it like 100 times, but I just want to really hammer it in for anybody that's just now tuning in. We don't know how big it is. We really don't, because we can't really see it on the radar, which means it probably is relatively small, but we don't know that for a fact. So you got to be treating it like it's, you know, a big tornado, because it very well could be. Alright, everybody. We do have a new mesoscale discussion. There is a 40% chance of a severe thunderstorm or tornado watch being issued for areas in northwestern Kansas and south central Nebraska here for the area that we are seeing a few strong thunderstorms in here, right? So look out for that. We could see a watch get issued there very shortly, but right now we're obviously more concerned about this tornado on the ground. So again, you've really got to be taking shelter right now. This is a very serious, very dangerous situation here. It really surprised me how quickly this storm went tornadic. It really did. We have a new tornado warning. That is an extension here for Eric, Oklahoma. This is for the same tornado that we have on the ground right now. Still, now a weather spotters confirmed tornado, not just public confirmed. Now an official weather spotters confirmed. So, again, this is officially 100% on the ground here. It is really hard to tell if what we're seeing here is hail or if that is debris in the atmosphere. Let's see, what did this look like at 3:49? Let's bring it back once again. Yeah, this could either be hail on the correlation coefficient, or it could be debris. We really don't know, guys. So, again, a little bit of a messy look to it, but this is confirmed to be on the ground here. Very dangerous. And then we also have 4 severe thunderstorm warnings. One of them is going to be for Collingsworth and Wheeler counties, Texas. That's for 70-mile-an-hour winds. That's the same area we're talking about right now. And then we also have one that is up in Kansas doing ping pong ball size hail near Garden City. So you're going to look out for that. But, again, this tornado is on the ground, most likely still heading straight for Eric, Oklahoma. So you need to seek shelter immediately if you are in Eric. Again, we don't really know where this thing is at, but there have been multiple reports of one, so it's definitely on the ground. Again, the velocities aren't really not even that intense. It looks like that was debris we were saying, though, because I think the tornado is located, right now it's located near Eric, but I think, or no, it would be right here, actually. It's this little pocket of rotation here, heading for the Eric area. And that could be debris that we're seeing. Again, it's very hard to tell if it's debris or if it's a hail core, because they're both in the same exact spot. I'm honestly thinking that could be debris now. And I mean, it was a decent amount of debris. It was not a miniature debris ball, that's for sure. So again, this is a tornado on the ground doing damage. This is not PDS. It will likely not go PDS unless it strengthens quite a bit. We may see a new tornado warning get issued here for this pocket of rotation in between Sayre and Cheyenne, Oklahoma. It's starting to wrap up a little bit more. It's in a pretty bad spot for the radar, though, so it'll be hard to see. It really will. But again, tornado on the ground south of Texola. So, just now tuning in, this is a tornado on the ground here in Oklahoma now, which reminds me I need to update the stream title here from Texas to Oklahoma. So let's go ahead and do that really quickly. Alright, again, I was really not expecting to have to go live this quickly, because I was live just a little bit ago, if you're not aware. And now I'm back. So, let's look at the echo tops. So these are not the tallest storms I've ever seen. But it doesn't matter, because we know that there's a tornado on the ground with this, or at least there was, most likely still is, just to the south of Texola and to the west of Eric. Again, this is heading directly for Eric. If you're in Texola, you're likely going to just barely dodge this tornado. If you're on the south side, you may want to consider seeking shelter just to be safe. But Eric is the area we're really more concerned about. And, yeah, I don't know. I really don't know if that's a debris ball or not. I'm thinking it is. I'm thinking that's debris being lofted into the atmosphere by this tornado. I don't think that's a hail core. So, again, your tornado's likely just to the southwest of Eric right now, on the ground doing damage. What else is there to mention? Let's take a look at our storms up here in Nebraska that are starting to fire off. I think Nebraska's severe threat is much lower than the other areas that we're seeing right now. Nebraska's main threat is going to be this blizzard. I talked about this somewhat on my forecast with Mr. Storm. We talked about it. If you didn't see it, you really need to watch it. Gives you a breakdown of what to expect. I want to thank Mr. Storm for letting me into his video. It was really fun. We're already talking about doing more in the future. But we do have some very heavy pockets of sleet and even freezing rain here in Nebraska. So let's go back down to where our tornado is. Again, right now this is in Oklahoma. And we are seeing some relatively tight rotation, so it could still be on the ground here. Again, this is not PDS. It has an interesting debris ball, if that is debris and not hail. You see it right there. It looks like it was much bigger a little bit earlier. Then it kind of lost some steam, but it's still there. If that is debris and not hail, near Texola right now. So hopefully this will go north of Eric. Because Eric is actually pretty populated. You got areas like the high school, the swimming pool, the mechanic shop, some other shops here, a few cafes, the elementary school, the museum, the meat market. And yeah, that is most likely debris. And that's actually, this new scan is pushing it outside of the warning box. Yeah, that is not hail, I don't believe. That is almost certainly debris. I don't know though. It's really hard to tell. But this tornado could be outside of the warning box right now. It could be heading more northeast than we thought, and areas like Prentice and Mayfield need to look out for this thing now. Again, this could be a strong tornado on the ground right now, guys. Very concerning look. Let's check out our other storms. These, I was literally just about to say, these I pointed out last stream and they didn't get warned yet, and now it just did. It's not popping up for some reason, but that's a new severe thunderstorm warning. That is going to be down here in Texas. That's some large hail there. For some reason, the warning's still not popping up. But also, those damaging winds, that's not a joke. Those are some high winds there. That's for half-dollar sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. For Crowell in Texas. This is a very large warning box. So, unfortunately, this storm, I mean, it's going to be getting into a pretty gnarly radar hole soon as it gets towards Elk City. If you are in this previous tornado warning out here in Collingsworth County, you're good now. This is way past you. In fact, it's not even raining in Collingsworth anymore. In Collingsworth County, most likely, inside of the warning box. This does have the potential to be a long track tornado because of how favorable this environment is for something like that to happen, but I don't know. I'm not quite convinced. Yeah, the debris looks to be gone now. I think we still have a very weak debris signature up here if this is not just a hail core the whole time. South of Mayfield now. I really don't think that's a hail core. We got another new severe thunderstorm warning, by the way. That's going to be for Dawson, Phelps, and Gosper counties in Nebraska. That does include Lexington. They did issue a severe thunderstorm warning for this storm now. It's funny, you're under a severe thunderstorm warning and a blizzard warning at the same time. Like, it's a wacky weather day. So let's go back down here to our tornado. Could have lifted by now. If you're on the south side of this warning, there's not much going on for you, honestly. Very rural area on the south side of this warning anyway. If you are just now tuning in, we just had a tornado on the ground likely a few moments ago in western Oklahoma, far western Oklahoma. It tracked from far eastern Texas into far western Oklahoma, kind of to track like this. That's probably pretty accurate about where it went. It went to near Eric there. Actually, it took a little bit more northern of a track there, kind of something like this. Kind of went in between Texola and Eric, so there's not a lot of stuff out here, luckily, that it could have hit. But it was definitely not the smallest tornado I've ever seen. I'm not thinking it's on the ground anymore. And if it is on the ground, it's very weak. Again, we could have a very weak debris signature over here. Near, just to the south of Mayfield in Oklahoma. We'll have to see what this tornado gets rated. It's probably going to be an EF0. Not a lot of stuff for it to hit out here, and it just wasn't that strong anyway. Maybe low-end EF1 if it gets lucky. If it hit, like, some trees or something and did enough damage to them. But I'm thinking this is going to be an EF0 here. Once everything's said and done. New correlation coefficient scan. Let's see, where was our, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure this thing's lifted. And I'm also pretty sure it's far north of the warning box. I'm pretty certain about that one. Because I think what happened was, is it was right here, and then it took a more northern approach than we thought. Yeah, I mean, this does say it was moving northeast, so it's interesting that they would issue the warning so far to the south. But this is likely lifted. Our one in Collingsworth, the warning finally expired. Or they finally removed it, rather. Let's see here. For some reason, the wind advisories are not popping up. I wonder why that is. The high wind warnings aren't popping up either. They were last stream perfectly fine. That's weird. Let's see what Norman, Oklahoma looks like at the minute. Yeah, we got some rain moving through Norman, huh? Some light shower activity. And then our Burlington live cam, we've actually got some pretty light to moderate rainfall going with some pretty gusty wind actually out there as well. And then we'll take a look at German, Texas. It's such a beautiful look, actually. It's clear skies, and then you see this massive cloud approaching. That looks pretty cool. You got some gusty winds down there, too, though. Yeah, again, this is likely lifted now. We're going to stay live for just a few more minutes to confirm that. And then after this warning gets removed, we're going to end live because there's really nothing going on that significant other than this tornado. We have 4 severe thunderstorm warnings. None of them are that crazy. Kind of scattered all across the southern and central plains right now, as most of this event will be. So again, we are waiting for confirmation that this has lifted from the National Weather Service, but I believe that it is very likely that this tornado has lifted. Let's wait for this velocity update. Yeah, not that intense anymore. I mean, the rotation never even was that intense according to radar. The only reason the warning got issued is because somebody actually saw the tornado. But this has very likely lifted now, so unless anybody has any questions about their location, I'm probably going to end the live stream here, because other than that tornado, we really don't have much going on at the minute. So, I want to thank you all for watching this live stream. It's been pretty eventful. I will only go live again if absolutely necessary at this point, because we've already done 2 streams today. This one was probably more eventful. But yeah, thank you all for watching the stream once again, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.